Then be inside you give me.
So tell me about your latest releases.
Ooh, my latest release is Chills and Princess. What a ride. I worked on both of these songs with the same producer, Jacob McCaslin, and we spent a lot of time together making sure Chills was sparkly before we focused on Princess in our process. Chills is everything that I hoped it would be and more. It's my sassy grown-up era now. I mean, it's a love song with the flirtiness that it needed to stay sexy. The piano opener is gorgeous, and I love how it was played. The smooth boho jazzy R&B vibe really feels like me. And one thing that I wanted to do since I started making records is to have the opening and ending line in the song be identical. I feel that part of a song structure is when it's done well is very powerful. The first phrase can sometimes really express the theme of a song without saying the title of the song. And Chills really came together with the opening and ending moments together.
I see you brought back the afro with the cover art.
Listen, I mean, that would be legendary if I was responsible for bringing back the afro. And I mean, right after Chills, I did see it popping up in places. Like Ludacris had his hair out at the Super Bowl. We had a bunch of other afro moments happening in performances and in cover arts. I feel like we're kind of in the 70s right now as a whole, socially, politically, and musically. We have a lot of 70s inspired fashion moments. And so why not the afro? I was very excited to do another editorial look, but let the main prowess out. Fashion and hair moments are so my vibe, especially in conjunction with music. It doesn't get any better. I had this photo shoot when I was 2 years old where my mane was flexing. And I think the afro represents me as that same person when she grew up. A woman in her natural state, you know? I love celebrating beauty in hair in general because it always has potential to be a fashion statement. And it's always a fashion statement for me, whether I have braids, afro, a straight press, beach waves, or my natural or perm straight. It's your decoration, and all of it is beautiful. Anyway, I couldn't be happier with how the song ended up musically. Princess, oh my God. My first single that charted on iTunes. It peaked at number 11. And yeah, so musically, I loved this because it's the first time that I played my violin live on a recording. I've wanted to do it before, but with this, it was time. I didn't compose anything beforehand. It was all improvised in the studio. I had a lot of fun with some trills and some upper string melodies, a few runs for transitions in the song, some tremolo. I played violin since I was a little girl, so incorporating my classical training into my pop music career is one for the books. I think I'll keep it going. I've gotten to talk about Princess a lot in interviews, and I've also gotten to see what people think about the record. And I always hear things like empowering, and that is great. And I personally know what the song is about, the specifics of it, but lyrically, in a universal sense, it really conveys someone who is tired of having their kindness taken for weakness. And I can relate to that a lot. Regarding videos and visuals, this year, I really let people's imaginations and interpretations of the song speak for themselves. And I made the decision to make all the music videos lyric videos. The shoots for both of these covers, Princess and Chills, they were so much fun, and they were colorful and expressive. And I really wanted the video presentations to be lyrically driven with the unseen photo shoot moments from both of those days. That was the theme for the music this year. Industry-wise, Princess and Chills are recordings that saw me dealing with a lot of business changes around me. I had a new manager, the paradigm shifts in the technological and entertainment worlds that made the releases different and the release plans different. It brought on a new wave of me learning to adapt quickly as someone working both the business and creative sides of this complicated industry. Our technology is so different now. All of it's fast paced. We have AI and mostly online models to deal with. So yeah, I'm just rolling with the punches. The paradigm really shifting, it just means all of the things that have changed since I even started making music. 10 years ago, you had radio still ruling whether an artist was played. Radio, buying CDs, all of that changed completely into someone just going on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. YouTube is basically, it's free for everybody to just hear and listen to whatever they want. So that makes artists not only make less money, but it's more to do with the content that you're getting. You can get everything twice as fast. Everything is speedy. Everything, the society wants more, wants to consume more with every single thing that happens in the entertainment business, and not just music either. It's like TikToks are almost taking over television things. And so with all of that in mind, what I had to do was adapt to what's needed to promote the new records as opposed to the old ones. It's definitely not the same model anymore. And that's hard sometimes to think about, because you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen to my radio play or my, the music video playing on MTV? None of that really matters anymore. It's completely what you do online and with the content. So, we're just gonna keep pushing and hope that artistry still remains the number one thing, because at the end of the day, numbers don't mean anything unless you're giving someone and generations timeless melodies. One thing that continues to be true about my music is that I tend to create full chorus lines within my songs of just me by layering vocals and always including a lot of ad-libs. Those ad-libs end up becoming staples of the actual song itself, which I think is pretty cool, because you can always sing it in slightly different ways, but never so different that you end up losing the melody. So I'm happy with that. I had to have like 5 million ad-libs as per usual. That made this record what it was, because what's a Maya J song without a million ad-libs? So those are all my songs so far. And I say so far because I'm going to have a lot more Maya J craziness, and I'm going to drag my family along on this crazy journey with me. So yeah, people, if you want more Maya J music, great. If not, too bad.